It really was, and that movement and power takes us to ask this question, Herc. I'm going to start with you. Who will be the sixth for the U.S. men's national team against Panama specifically, Cardoso or Adams?
Well, bearing both players are healthy, it has to be Tyler Adams. Listen, I know that Johny Cardoso has turned some heads as of late in La Liga. And to his credit, that's why he's gotten the attention of Tottenham Hotspur, and that's why they wanted to, or they did this deal where they can activate a later future transfer on their behalf for Johny Cardoso. He's been a very good player for Real Betis. For whatever reason, Johny Cardoso has not been that player with the U.S. men's national team. And if there's one player that I would say is arguably the heartbeat of the U.S. men's national team, it's Tyler Adams. It's the captain, Tyler Adams. And unfortunately for U.S. men's national team fans, the last time you were able to see Tyler Adams play for your team was Copa America with Greg Berhalter. That disappointing Copa America with Greg Berhalter. And then he had a slew of injuries, whether it was muscular, whether it was back spasms, whatever the case may be. You've not seen Tyler Adams with the U.S. men's national team. And guess who hasn't seen Tyler Adams also? That is Mauricio Pochettino. So if you're Mauricio Pochettino, you're dying to see Tyler Adams with the U.S. men's national team. And once you see him, there is no moving Tyler Adams out of that position. You may come to the conclusion that it's Tyler Adams and another pivot. Tyler Adams and another six. You may go double pivot. That could be your conclusion, but Tyler Adams isn't going anywhere. My fear for Johny Cardoso is the times he has had an opportunity with the U.S. men's national team, they've not been great. Everybody deserves a second and third chance when it comes to sports, when it comes to playing on a team. I agree there. But right now, what I've seen from Mauricio Pochettino and his penchant for moving Yunus Musa around in multiple positions, I think it's Tyler Adams, Yunus Musa, Weston McKennie. I don't think there's moving any of those three from that midfield, and certainly not Tyler Adams. If what Mauricio Pochettino wants is the attitude, the South American mentality, the fight, the grit, Señor Pochettino, there you go, El Capitan Tyler Adams. There's no moving him. That's going to be your six.
But if it's a 4-2-3-1, why not playing together? I mean, if you think about Cardoso and Tyler Adams, and then Pulisic, McKennie, why not?
Because he's going to go Musa. From what I've seen from Pochettino, he really likes Musa.
Do you need
He's played
Musa?
Musa out wide as a
really
right
need
midfielder against Panama. Musa scores a goal now. He's played Musa as a double pivot. He's played Musa as an 8. Musa's really come to his own, both for Milan, where he's proven himself, albeit in losing efforts with Sergio Conceição, and now Mauricio Pochettino. It's just whatever I've seen from Johny Cardoso, and Johny Cardoso, to his credit, has not been the player I am describing at Real Betis, but he has been this player for the U.S. men's national team. He's been lacking something. He's been missing something in a position where you have to be so sure with the ball. You have to be very tidy. You can't just give away plays. He's done that. We can go back to when they played against Brazil, when they played against Colombia, before the Copa America. Johny Cardoso has had opportunities with this team. He's not taking advantage of it. While I will say Yunus Musa at times is not my preferred choice in defensive positions, he certainly has proven himself with the U.S. men's national team, something that Johny Cardoso still has not.
I want to go back to the question that you were asking about Yunus Musa. What do you think? What role do you see him with Pochettino?
I mean, I think Musa is a good player, still young. He can play wherever you want, basically, in the midfield. Still, if you think about quality, I would say I'd rather go for Adams plus Johny. I know it's not only about a quality. You need stamina and stuff. But if you think about it, they can match. You have the ball interception of Johny Cardoso, the through balls of Johny Cardoso, plus the tackles, the short passes of Tyler Adams. And then, of course, the question is, what about Musa? I would send him to the bench. Not Pochettino and not Herc, long as I as I understand.
Let me just certain on this. So, I've never been a massive Yunus Musa proponent. I like productivity to my players in the midfield. I feel that if you get into advanced positions, you need goals, you need assists. Yunus Musa is not that player. He is the player that gets the play to the player that's going to give you the goals, that's going to get the assist. He's a very good link-up player from a defensive back line midfield to that forward line to that final third. He is very good at what he does. He's a connector. But he's also, as you said, Barak, can play multiple positions. I've seen this man play the 6 role, the double 6 role, the 8 role. I've seen him play as a winger, whether it's on the right-hand side, the left-hand side. I've seen him play as a right back. He is multifaceted and high IQ, high game IQ. I just think Pochettino likes players like this. I just feel that he's going to get a taste for what Tyler Adams is about, and there's no going back from Tyler Adams, and I'm here for it. I agree with that. And let's be honest, the only reason we are having a Johny Cardoso versus Tyler Adams debate is because he scored on Real Madrid. He scored on Luka Modric, who you were pointing out there. So that's the reason we're having this conversation, is because he's in the limelight today for his goal against Real Madrid. He's doing great things in Spain, and I really hope he continues down that path. He's a young player. He's going to get better. I just don't think there's moving a Tyler Adams, Yunus Musa, Weston McKennie trident in that midfield. That's going to be here for good.
I understand that scoring on a 40-year-old maybe isn't like a huge flex, but saying Luka Modric and saying that you scored against Real Madrid in a game that you
I didn't
won
say it. Barak said it.
At your house. Well, it's not what you said. It's your tone, Herc. And I feel like I'm not the first woman to tell you that.
I was going at Barak.
At the end, also, sometimes your best ability is your availability. So maybe it would be Cardoso if Adams isn't available, and he's going to want to see both eventually here, and that's obviously an obvious statement.